So I just want to warn anybody before you watch this video, if you are easily scared and you're sensitive towards spirits and demons and etc., do not watch this video because it kind of gets real scary. So I'm gonna tell you guys about an experience that I had when I took an edible. So I'm just gonna let you know how strong God's hold is on me, guys. So this was back in 2020, yes, 2020, when the pandemic hit. It was October of 2020. And at the time, I was doing my own thing. I was not worried about my walk with Christ or anything like that. So this was during like my backslidden time when I was doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing. So this is how you know that God definitely did not want me or does not want me messing with drugs or anything like that. So I've never been a big drug user. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't do weed on the daily. I might have tried like somebody's vape pen with marijuana in it like years ago. And then I had like an edible brownie years ago too. But nothing compares to this one night. So Halloween night, me and my friends decided to get a hotel room, and we all decided to bring snacks and decorate the place really cute and have a little like girls get together, you know, have a little music, play little games, have some drinks. And that was supposed to be what the night was. So I was there with my 3 friends. My first friend, we're gonna call her Butter Pecan. My second friend, we're gonna call her Curls. And then my third friend, we're gonna call her Bestie. So I ended up going with Butter Pecan. We went there and because we were the original planners, we ended up setting everything up, and we had like Jello shots, candy, Rice Krispie treats, and etc. Then we were waiting for Curls to show up. So Curls was on her way, and then Bestie was also on her way. They all were driving separately. Once me and Butter Pecan decided to get ready, we got ready. We had a few, like, not even a few, we had like maybe 1 or 2 shots. It was like Jello shots, and then maybe like a regular shot of like alcohol. And everything was going smooth, we were fine. Curls ends up showing up next, and we're showing Curls around, and Curls is like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, you guys did such a good job, da 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 da. And then we were waiting on Bestie to come. So Bestie came a little bit late. And then when Bestie came, we were all like, you know, chopping it up, having fun. Then Bestie suggested that we go back to her house, which was like 20-25 minutes away from where we were, because she wanted to get something else that she had forgotten. So she had wanted me to come with her. So I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So Curls and Butter Pecan was gonna stay, and me and Bestie were gonna go to her house. So Bestie was staying with her parents. I just wanna put that out there. At the time, Bestie was staying with her parents. Before I left the hotel, Curl said, hey, I have this cookie. My cousin made us a cookie with the green stuff in it, if you know what I mean. I can't say it here on YouTube because I don't know if they're gonna flag me. So she was like, if you want, you guys can all have a piece. I took a 1/4 of the cookie. Mind you, I'm thinking everything is gonna be good because I had an edible before. Bestie, I don't think she took a piece of the cookie. And then Butter Pecan took a piece of the cookie too. So good, everything was good, I was feeling fine. I go with Bestie to her parents' house, and while I'm there, I'm chopping it up with her mom. We're talking, laughing, and guys, it starts to hit me. I start feeling like lightweight, and I feel like my eyes are getting a little low, and I'm like, wow, like this thing is kind of hitting me. But I didn't think anything of it because I've been high before off of an edible. So then after me and Bestie leave the house, after she gets her stuff, we're going back to the hotel, and I'm totally fine, guys. I feel super, super mellow. We get back to the hotel, and then my friend Butter Pecan was like, ooh, let's take shots, let's take shots. So I was like, okay, let me just sit down a little bit because I'm not feeling too good. So she's like, uh-oh, what's going on? No, Bestie, we said we were gonna take shots. Remember we said we were gonna take shots? And I'm like, yeah, I know, let me just sit down for a little bit and then we can take shots. Guys, I sat down in the couch that was in the room, and I started to feel like I was sinking into the couch. And then at that moment, I knew something was wrong. A lot of people would say that, disclaimer, what I went through was an episode of tripping. But guys, I'm telling you, what happened to me that night wasn't anything normal per se when it comes to ingesting the green stuff. For people that normally do it, I don't think they've ever had any episodes like that unless they take too much or it's a bad batch or whatever have you. But I didn't know nothing about that. But let me tell you about my experience. So I'm sitting in the couch. I feel like I'm sticking in the couch and we're talking and they're talking to me and I'm not fully comprehending what they're saying. And I'm talking back to them, but I'm not really comprehending what's coming out of my mouth. So I start getting more scared, guys, because I'm like, what am I saying? I feel like I'm losing control of my body, guys. Then my skin starts to itch and I'm like, I'm telling them, guys, I can't feel my skin. I can't feel my skin. And they're like, what? And then they start talking about something else. And then they start talking about the dentist. And I don't know if that's what I was comprehending in my head at the moment, but all I know is like, guys, I could not control what I was saying or my body. I felt scared. It felt like an outer body experience. So I just remember Butter Pecan saying, girl, remember, no, you said we were supposed to take shots, like da-da-da. And I'm like, we will. I know I said we will. And then I end up walking into the bedroom. I said, I'll be right back. And as I was walking, guys, it felt so trippy. I felt like I couldn't get to the bedroom. I went into the bedroom and thank God I was able to rip off my lashes, put on my PJs, and I ended up putting on like my headscarf to go to bed because I just did not feel right. And thank God I had enough strength and I handled it with speed to know that something's going wrong. I need to hurry up and try to get into the bed or something because I felt sick, guys, and I felt like I couldn't handle my own body. Then I went in the bathroom and then I felt like everything was going super slow. I tried vomiting, nothing was coming out, guys. Everything was just trippy. So finally I got changed and my friend was like, you okay, you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I just need to lay down for a minute. And she's like, okay. Guys, I went to go lay down and I thought maybe if I closed my eyes and slept, I would sleep it off. No. First of all, I was in the bed and I felt like my body wasn't touching the mattress. I felt like the covers were not on top of me. I literally felt like I was floating in the middle of the bed during this episode. And I don't know what happened, but I ended up blacking out. And I just remember like I couldn't sleep. I just felt like I was in this realm, guys. It was the scariest thing. It was like red and I couldn't really hear anything around me. It was like very faint. I felt like I was being attacked. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like I wanted to throw up. I felt like my throat was really dry. I know at one moment I sat up in the bed because it felt weird to lay down, like I couldn't feel the bed. And I was just rocking back and forth. And I just remember feeling myself like coughing, guys. I was like, guys, I was not there. I was not there. It was one of the worst nights of my life, to the point where I did not know whether I was gonna survive or not. Well, I think at one point, Curls tried to give me some water. I couldn't drink the water. Guys, it was so trippy. So I just remember at one point I couldn't breathe and I felt like my heart was beating like I was gonna have a heart attack, like it was gonna come out of my body, guys. That's how it felt. It hurt so bad. And then I just felt my blood pulsating in my body. Mind you, I felt so scared. I felt like evil was all around me, guys. I swear to you, it was the scariest moment of my life. I just remember chanting. I said, God, please help me. Jesus, please help me. And I don't know if I was saying it out loud or I don't know whether I was saying it in my head. Guys, I was in a whole nother realm, I promise you. It wasn't dark, it wasn't light. Everything was like red and yellow and all I could feel was pain in my body. And I said, I just remember thinking in my head, or if I was saying it out loud, I don't know, Jesus, help me. Jesus, help me. If you're there, please help me. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I will never do this again. Jesus, help me. Guys, I don't know where I was, but God allowed me to be attacked. He did allow me to be attacked. I know it for sure. And I was not in my own body, guys. I literally said to Jesus, Jesus, please help me get out of this. I am so sorry. I will never do this again. I really remember this. And then all I remember is I ended up coming to, and then I found out when I came to, I started laughing, and I looked around and I only saw 2 of my friends, and my friends were like, oh girl, are you okay? Are you okay? Curls was freaking out. Curls was sitting in the corner. Curls was gonna try to take me to the hospital, call the ambulance, because they said that I was out of it, guys, for 3 or 4 hours. Mind you, when I was in it, it might have felt like maybe an hour. It did feel like eternity, to be honest, but I didn't know that I was out of my mind for 3 or 4 hours because of that green substance. Guys, it was one of the scariest moments of my life. My other friend almost had a panic attack. She said she was feeling panicky too, and she took a little bit of it. And she's the person that she, you know, does that green stuff. But she said she felt like she was panicking because they couldn't get through to me. And then my other friend, I think she was there, and then she ended up leaving because I think she got scared. So she left, and then, you know, she had said she was gonna come back in the morning. And she did end up coming back in the morning. She had asked me if I wanted like tea or coffee or anything. So I just know at that moment, I think she was also sensitive to spirits and everything like that. So she felt like something was off. And I feel like she felt like she had to go home because she was supposed to be in the bed with me, but she didn't end up staying. And I seriously know why. Many people who don't believe in God, who don't understand that there's a demonic presence in certain places, and you need to have Jesus and call on Jesus to rebuke those spirits in Jesus' name, bind them up and send them back to hell. Because guys, let me tell you, Jesus wants us to be sober. He wants us to be sober. He wants us to have a sound mind. We are not supposed to be under the influence. We are not supposed to be drunk. God tells us not to get drunk off of alcohol. Be not drunk in excess, I believe, of wine. After that night, I had promised God, God, thank you for taking me out of that moment. I will never, ever touch weed again. And since then, guys, I've never had anything with THC in it again. Never, 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 never. Me and my friend Butter Pecan ended up talking about it, and she was like, I don't understand what happened. She's like, I didn't think it was that strong. Like, I don't know what happened. And then Curls, the one that brought it, said her cousin had made it, and she called her cousin and she's like, what's up with this? Like, what's going on? My friend is like freaking out. She's having an episode. We don't know what's wrong with her. I didn't know it was that strong. And he said that he had put extra in it or what have you, but Lord knows. But to this day, they want to know like what the hell happened to me, because they didn't react like I reacted, and they didn't think that whatever I ingested was that strong. But guys, I think it was because I was attacked by Satan or demons or whatever have you, and God brought me out of it. A lot of people who don't believe, they will literally say, no, that's not real. But if you know, you know. If you know, we fight against principalities, right? And guys, I felt in my spirit that something was so off when I had that cookie. I felt it in my spirit. And after that day, I remember just praying to God and just repenting and saying, I'm so sorry for doing that. Like, I know that's not the type of person you want me to be. That's not the type of thing you want me to be doing. You did not make me to ingest that stuff. So all of that to say, guys, be very, very, very careful. Be very careful. Drugs are not your friend. Drugs are not your friend. Be careful, okay? That is just my story. I knew one day that I did want to come and talk about this, because that's something that happened to me, guys, that was so scary that I will never forget it. I will never ever forget that. And I'm telling you, God taught me a lesson that day. He literally taught me a lesson. Like, don't you ever touch that stuff. I did not make you to ingest that stuff. When I said, guys, I felt like I was gonna be unalive, that's how I felt. But yeah, guys, just be careful. Your body is a temple. Our body is supposed to hold the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is supposed to be residing in us. Your body is your temple, guys. Be careful, please. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching my video. It's just another diary entry. I just like remembered that moment, and it's just to warn other people. Just be very, very careful what you're putting into your body, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, whether it be people. because you can experience spiritual warfare. But thank you guys for watching. That is my story for this week, and I will see you on the next one.